I just want to say about this Holocaust law, they removed this part, this criminal part.
You have to talk push, press push.
Push? Okay.
This is your duty.
Now it's open.
No, I'm just saying that they removed this part about this criminal part, yes. So there is not there anymore. It was after this, yes, this contract which our government signs as Polish and Israeli.
How does the law still affect Polish scholarship then? Could you explain that to us?
It doesn't.
Yes, it doesn't at all.
So no one's afraid of being...
But that was some kind of propaganda, I think.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
No Polish scholars are afraid of being taken to court for libel, for example?
I mean, we had scholars, and I think we are both the scholars who could be like afraid of it, but nothing happened. I mean, no one.
So far.
yes.
Yes, but we don't have this law anymore, so it's not a danger for us now that we will go to prison for saying it.
If I can comment on this, the ruling party decided to take another strategy, I think, not using law, because it's a very strict solution, but, for example, using friendly media to violently attack, well, not physically, but to attack scholars. So, for example, editors of
Yesterday, the Holocaust the article.
Yes, I am one of the authors of the book Dalej's Noc, and at this moment my article is being attacked by a man who works for IPN, but who is also a journalist and publicist, never mind, and his tactics is to find, in this case, find one source that I didn't use as he wanted for me to use, and to make whole narrative around this, suggesting that the whole book is a fraud, it's a manipulation, it's full of lies, and so on.
And the second part of the question in regard to Blackman, who of course explained himself in Haaretz, but do you want to comment on it as well?
I mean, I would like to say that it's like too early to decide, because the museum is during the process of organizing, so we cannot say what will come up of this. Yes, so that's it. But of course there is a battling about this, and just like I said, it's very difficult decision if anyone would like to work on this. Yes.
And also there is another problem coming from what Agnieszka said, that institutions like IPN, for example, they do not have many Holocaust scholars anymore, because they fired Krzysztof Persak, they fired Adam Puławski. There are some others who left voluntarily because they didn't want to work there anymore. There are still some, I think 2 or 3 Holocaust researchers, but they are in the background right now. They are not shown in media and so on. So it's the same problem with the new museum, I think, that they are quite desperate to find people to work for the museum.
What place does this work on testimonies has in the academic world you are moving in? I mean, is there do you prefer to discuss such issues with that? Do you go to oral historians? Do you talk about memory studies? Because there aren't many survivors, not in Mexico, and there aren't much research on survivors in Mexico. So what is how do you see the place of this talk about testimonies in the world of academia in Mexico.
Please.
I just want to say I don't know what to do. Answering to Miriam's question, I don't know what can help. I hope that we have like election this year, so I know we hope that everything will change. Okay, and answering the second question, I think that this is obvious that also Israel has their own policy of remembrance. Yes, so it is difficult for us to judging them.
But does it affect you? Your research?
She said no.
No, not the role and not the responses.
No. I was more talking about the public discourses and the outcome of this, not about the research, because at the university we still have like full freedom until now. We can do whatever we want actually. Like my speech was more about the media and this sphere of life. Would you like to add something?
Yes. Thanks. I agree. Sorry, I forgot your name, but I agree with you very much. I think what is very much important, and it's also answer to your question. I think that interpersonal relations are very important. Maybe because I study social networks, I think it's really important. And I also think that maybe we should not get excited so much about everything that is going outside of the academia and focus more on our research. I know that it's a form of escapism and some people do not agree with me, but this is what I plan to do.
So you're right, between 1933 and 1945, only between 1,800 and 2,200 survivors came to Mexico. Mexico was one of the countries that received the least. And historically, less than 1% of its population was composed by foreigners. So you're completely right that we have few survivors, and now less. In regards to testimony, I think, well, on the one hand, I should say on a positive note that, and Wolf was very supportive of this, that we have now access to the VHA at one of our universities in Mexico. So the fact that not only the library, but the Department of International Studies, and now we have the Political Science Department also supporting this, the fact that we were able to get this support tells, is a hopeful note. But certainly the Holocaust is not seen with much interest in Mexico if it's not in the Jewish community, or if one or two or three experts on either memory or I don't know, Nazism or German studies. No? So what I think, but I may be wrong, is that we have now a very terrible situation of about 37,000 disappeared. And we have a lot of victims of violence. So I think that now with the new government, even though I disagree with, I don't know if you know his name, AMLO, with many of his positions, but in regards to the victims and the truth-telling and truth-finding and all of this, I think they're trying to really make a change. And that would probably imply letting the victims talk, and if they do that, then oral history projects may. In fact, I know from a friend, a colleague, who's collecting testimonies of victims of violence in Mexico in the past 15, 20 years. So then maybe we'll find a common space to discuss, to exchange, you know, but this may take several years, I don't know, and to have the institutional support. But there is a political willingness, which we didn't have before. These stories were completely repressed, people were silenced, and now it's an opening. So it's hopefully this will bring academics also to the fore, and the Shoah testimonies may be a great source, and in terms of memory also, no, to talk about common issues.
I want to comment on the Hungary. Yes, we support you and we should do this, and I am afraid that in fact, our government in the future may try to do the same in Poland. With the Polish Academy of Science, the place where I work.
Let's thank our speakers.